Okay. Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and welcome to Vlogmas. I'm very glad you're here with us today. Listen, I'm in my bed. It's been kind of those days. I'm filming this on Friday the 17th of December, which is the day it's actually supposed to go up. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, no way in hell it's going up today, so it will be going up tomorrow, but we will still have a Sunday upload. So worry not, I got y'all. Today's video is a very special video, I would like to say. And the reason why I haven't been able to film it previously is because I had the preparation for this video was watching Christmas movies, and if I'm like stressed or anything, I cannot watch a Christmas movie. Like a Christmas movie is something I have to watch when I'm like, I'm sorry y'all, it's so good. With that being said, I figured that I would just like, I mean I had to like watch some, so that's what I did. And so I have a little bit of a list. Let's just talk about the joy that is the feel-good notion of a Christmas movie. Let's talk about that. So I have my notes because I did have to take some because girl, I watched a lot of Christmas movies, let me tell you this. I'm gonna put like the Christmas posters. It's not a poster, but like the movie poster, I guess. How do you even call that? It's like the movie thumbnail. First movie is Snowbound on Christmas, okay? So girlies, it would be a disgrace of me to not call this movie corny as hell. This movie is so corny. It's so corny, okay? Like, I have never seen anything like it, but at the same time, I have seen something like it. Like, it's peculiar. It has like a certain vibe to it that it's just not like the other Christmas movies, you know what I mean? Overall, the movie kind of ate, but listen, let me explain to you the storyline like really blandly. Like, if we're gonna talk in general, like Christmas movie storylines, it's always like a big town girl or a big town boy goes to a small town and falls in love with a small town boy or a small town girl and is like learning about the spirit of Christmas and just like, oh my god, the small town is doing so much for me. Like that's usually like normal timeline of these movies, right? So I'm gonna kind of tell you like what's a little bit different about all of them. So this one is corny because it's all about these like big city people that are working at this big firm and that are trying to acquire property, and then they go to like a hotel because they're supposed to meet someone who holds property in a place. It's basically like a business trip, but they're meeting that potential buyer into the hotel that they have recently acquired themselves. Anyways, some kind of real estate business. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think they decorate. I think that's their jobs. Anyways, so the boss, this tall man, you know, he invites like one of his personal assistants, aka ex-fling. So he invites this like smaller but like very, I don't know, pretty girl that has just recently proven her worth to the company. So there are three going to this. And then there's just a bunch of things that happen, and then the boss ends up like staying at the hotel with only the new girl, and then they just like fall in love, and it's that, you know. Obviously there's more to that than just a story, but it's a pretty bland movie. I'm not gonna lie, okay? It's a pretty bland movie, but it does the job. Like if you need that like little bit of reassurance, that little bit of like feel good that comes from the Christmas movies, it does the job. It's kind of bland, not gonna lie. There's not much substance to it. It's very corny. It's not very complex, I will say that. Next movie I want to talk about is the holiday calendar, okay? There's Miss Cat Graham, it's some other people. I didn't care about the other people, I only cared about her, so you know, there's that. She is in a few Christmas movies, and I'm like, she literally killed it as Bonnie on like The Vampire Diaries. Like, what is Miss Cat Graham doing? I need to go look at like her filmography or whatever, because I want to see what she's in. This is a good movie, but it is frustrating. Like sometimes I was watching it, okay, so let me tell you, this one is actually like pretty original concept, you know what I mean? It's not a small town girl or like a big town boy, or like, you know what, it's not one of those. It's basically centered around like an advent calendar, and the advent calendar is kind of magical. I'm not going to tell you what it does, but the advent calendar is magical. It's why it's called the holiday calendar. And then things just happen, and then there's this hot doctor, and then there's like her childhood friend, and then there's like love with like different people, and then there's like struggles. She's like a photographer, he's a photographer, they're all photographers, they own studios. And then there's the mayor. There's a lot going on. But why I like this movie so much is because it wasn't like a typical timeline. It's not like a typical Christmas movie timeline. It was so like, it was fun, right? It's the second time I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot like what happened, like all the like all the things that happened, I kind of forgot about him. But like when I rewatched it, I finished rewatching it this morning. That's how you know this is very last minute. But it was so good. It was so good. I love it. And like I have to say, like this is one of my top Christmas movies. This is one of like the top Christmas movies because like this ate. I do love like a classic timeline Christmas movie, but I also really like a good like original storyline. You know what I mean? That's fun. It's fun. We love to see it. Next, girly. Next is A Castle for Christmas. This is the typical, well, typical. This is a big city girl going to a small village to meet her like small village boy. And this one is a little different, okay? It's called A Castle for Christmas. I think I said that. But we're going to Scotland in this one. You get a bunch of Scottish accents, which I personally love. So, like, that might be a bias. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either. I don't want to be harsh on anyone because I'm not an actress. I don't even know what acting is like. Like, I did do drama when I was younger, but, like, that was when I was younger. Like, I wasn't even in high school yet. By the way, details on this full look will be on Instagram in like 4 days after this video comes up. So just make sure you follow me on Instagram and then you will see everything. It's very nice, isn't it? Anyways, big city girl. So she's a writer, really renowned. And then she just wrote a book. People were like, girl, what the hell is this? Oh my God, they also had Drew Barrymore in the movie, which was really like, I was like, y'all got Drew Barrymore on this? Anyway, so it was also one of the factors why I watched it, not gonna lie. Because I do like Miss Drew. She's great. We love her. And like she just like does things and then she's like, I need to like, she's trying to get a castle and then she gets a castle and then she gets a boyfriend and then she gets like the love from all the people in the Christmas village. There's broken hearts, there's action, she's writing a new book. You know, there's a lot of things going on. Lots of things going on. It's really great, actually. It really is. But yeah, I really liked it. I didn't really like it. I'm lying. See, that's my problem. It's like I lie. I lie for sport. I'll be honest, I didn't love it. But in retrospect, I didn't mind it. But it's definitely not my first choice. It's not my first choice. But because I don't know, I feel like it was a little weird. It was a little off, but it wasn't too bad. So like, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great one. It's like a good Christmas movie. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the bar for Christmas movies is relatively low because you don't even have to do all that much. You just need to get like good actors and like, just like, have a different variation of the big city, small city, like, combo. And usually it works, like, pretty well. But, like, I don't know. I feel conflicted about that one. The Night Before Christmas. Okay, no spoilers, but this is my favorite one. This is my absolute favorite. This is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. We got Miss Vanessa Hudgens, which is also one of the reasons why I watched this, because I was an OG High School Musical baddie. So it's not the typical timeline, and I don't see if you see like a little reoccurring theme. I love when they kind of diverge from that typical timeline. Like, yes, people fall in love and it ends well because it's a Christmas movie. That's fine, but they are definitely not doing like the I don't really celebrate Christmas big city with the Christmas is the greatest time of the year small city. You know, like when they don't do that, I'm like, oh, I love to see it. I love to see it. You want to know why I like it? Because my toxic trait is I think that is what's going to happen to me, and that is exactly how I'm going to find the love of my life. If you need a Christmas movie to watch this one. Because there's a time traveling night. And that's all you need to know. I've given you everything for you to understand how much different this is than any other Christmas movie. There's a time traveling night from the 1400s. 1300s? 14th century, but 1300s. I think that's what it is. I love this movie. This movie was great. Shout out to the girls. They did their job when it came to this movie. I love this. I love this. Ah! By the way, guys, if you want me to like talk about like Hallmark movies for Valentine's like season, I would love to do that. I would do that without a doubt. Okay, I love a romantic movie. I love those. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Next movie we have is called Christmas with a View. In this movie, we got cooks, we got love, we got betrayal, we got tea. It's definitely a good movie. This is like a great movie for comfort. Like the movie ate, you know what I mean? Literally, because it was about cooks, but you know what I mean? Like, It's such like a comfortable movie. I think it's a very neutral, it's a good watch. It's a good, like, you know you're gonna like it. There's nothing too much happening in there, even though I just said betrayal like a few seconds ago. It's so good. It's so feel good. It's so just like, it's a very classic Christmas movie with a little bit of a twist, and I love that. It, like, I don't have much to say about it, but I did really like it. It was great. Okay, next movie we have is Operation Christmas Drop. Now, before we get started, was this military propaganda? Is this to make us like the military? I'm trying to figure it out, because I was watching this movie and I was like, oh my god, this is really cool. It's really cool. It's really fucking cool. Miss Cat Graham was also in this one, but this one, oh my god, this one was so corny. Like, I know I just said that like a little bit of corny is good. Okay, a little bit of corny for a Christmas movie works fine. The same way for the Valentine's Day movies. You know what I mean? But when I tell y'all, when I tell you, this movie was fucking corny. This was so corny. Like, you know how like when characters say sentences that are just so, it's cheesy, bro. It's cheesy. It's corny. It's just, you hear them and you're like, do we like this? Do we like this? Do we like this? I don't know. Maybe we do. I did like the movie. Okay, I just want to say it's not my favorite, but it's definitely like high mids. Like, it's closer, like I would have like the best midsection and like the worst. I would put it in the high mids, so close to like the best. It's really good. I did like it. But I have a complaint. Okay, I have a complaint. This also goes for The Night Before Christmas. Okay, y'all need to stop giving black girls the absolute worst wigs I have never seen. Like, I cannot believe that these Christmas movies are not making enough money that you guys can't even pull a lace front. A lace front, bitch. Like like let's say like a $300 lace front. Y'all can afford that? Like, the wigs they were giving these black girls, no, nasty. They don't deserve it. And I'm talking about like Cat Graham, like a baddie, like Cat Graham. They were giving her a dusty wig. I'm talking about like this child in The Night Before Christmas. She had the absolute worst wig on, and I know it's the production company's fault, and so I'm coming for y'all, but y'all need to do better about this, because I'm not playing. Y'all need to get your shit together and give them good wigs if you're gonna give them wigs, or do their natural hair if you can't do a wig. You know what I mean? Anyway, Operation Christmas Drop does kind of have like a similar plot. You know, it's definitely giving like this big like legislation. I don't know what any of these words mean. She's not a congresswoman, but like adjacent to a congresswoman, goes to try to like evaluate like a whole military base because we're doing some suspicious activity, and then, you know, the beach and love ensues, and then there's just like, it's kind of big, like I said, it's really corny. It's really corny, but it's funny. It is funny, I guess. Christmas Inn is the last one I just watched. Like, I finished it, I would say like 15-20 minutes ago. I finished this movie. Christmas Inn, bitch, it has Tia in it, like from Tia and Tamara. Tia. I was like, girl, you're doing a Christmas movie? So what happens is this big baddie in an advertising company, okay, she gets inheritance from her aunt, and she gets her an inn in Alaska. Mind you, she lives in San Francisco, and she's doing advertising, and then she's waiting for promotion. So, you know, big town girl going to small village. And so she goes to check out the inn, like put it up for sale, Then there's people, there's love, there's Christmas, there's everything. She goes back to San Francisco, she gets the promotion, there's just so much happening, okay? And I really like this one. I did. I think it's definitely not as corny as the other ones with like a similar timeline, but it's so good, God. It is so fucking good. Like, I was seeing it, I was like, damn. I was like, damn, Miss Tia girl, give it to me. This is a feel-good, it's a feel-good movie. There's nothing that goes terribly wrong. It's a very like smooth, it's a very soft movie. It's very like easygoing. And if you're really just not the mood to sustain anything relatively annoying, this is the movie for you. I'm not like a big critic, and I think this is mainly due to the fact that I didn't really get introduced to like an overload of media until I was like, I would say 17, 18, and I'm 20 right now. So I don't necessarily have a lot of critical thinking when it comes to shows. I really don't. I tend to enjoy a lot of the things that I watch, but I do feel like the more you watch things, the better you are at critiquing them. And so I hope that this was helpful to you. It's not like a Christmas watch guide. It's just us discussing the intricacies of Christmas movies. And I love Christmas movies. And if you do too, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you even did, thank you. I really appreciated just being in my bed under my covers and discussing all these movies that I watched to remind me of how much I love the Christmas time, Christmas season. I love corny movies. What can I say? Again, if you're interested in a Valentine's Day version, I would love to do it. I'm probably going to start prepping right now because I will not have time this semester. You know what I mean? But I love corny movies. I love romantic movies. And I just think, you know, there's a place for everything. And I love when they create like fun things. It's always great. Anyways, I have Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. So if there's any movie on that platform that you like, please make sure to comment it in the comment section down below so I can also enjoy the Christmas movies. I love them. I love them. You love them. We love them. It's great. If you guys like me and my personality or the content I put right up on YouTube, then feel totally free to subscribe to this channel. I create typically beauty content, student lifestyle content quite a bit. That's gonna come back very strong next semester and in January. And like, if any of what I just said sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe because I'm great. I'm amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which is literally tomorrow. So stay tuned.